roll here. Wait for
day in the life of a car salesman.
nope.
And
All right, we're just gonna knock this bad boy out. My name is Tyler Preston. I'm Ty the Car Guy, and this is gonna be a little bit about car buying and shopping and all kinds of other things. But right now I'm going to talk with Ryan. Ryan works here. He's been a car salesman for like 6 weeks, I guess. But anyways, he just bought a car today from himself. So the idea is to kind of talk about what process do you go through buying a car and picking one out. So it seemed, I don't know that you really even shopped for a car very long, did you? Were you looking for a car?
I was looking for a car for a little bit now.
Okay.
But it just kind of came up as a good deal.
And you bought a Mustang. Were you shopping for a Mustang?
I was not. I was shopping for a Corvette.
He was shopping for a Corvette. Okay, allegedly.
That's what I wanted.
So he went ahead and settled for the old Mustang.
Settled for the 5.0.
But when did you decide to buy it? Like as soon as you saw it?
Well, basically, so the Mustang, that's actually the first car that I ever made a TikTok video about.
Oh, that exact
car. It's been here that long.
Okay.
And I liked it then, but I didn't have any plans of buying it then.
Right.
But really, I started thinking about, okay, I need to build my credit. I want to have perfect credit in 2 years and get into real estate. The only way to get perfect credit right now for me is to get a car loan or a boat loan.
What have you had on your credit?
Just 3 credit cards and student loans.
Okay.
And those don't really do much.
So you need an installment loan is good for your credit.
Yeah. So I wanted to buy a car, and I wanted to buy it real soon, so that.
Because you were tired of waiting?
Yeah. Well, no, not because I was tired of waiting, but I wanted to have 2 years. You have to be at this job for 2 years, commission based
for the home loan.
For the home loan. So I want to go ahead and have that loan already done. I already have 2 years of
installment loan as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was going to get a car anyways. I mean, I could have gotten approved for just a Nissan, but if I'm gonna buy something,
you just like that car.
Yeah, if I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna get something I like.
Was there ever a point when you were like, I'm not gonna buy this car?
The Mustang?
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever talk yourself out of it?
Nope.
You were just full speed ahead the whole way. Well, a lot of people. Sometimes people will talk themselves out of buying something. But ultimately they usually end up buying it. But I was just wondering if you ever decided to pull back or anything like that.
Nope. Basically, the whole time I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna get this car,
okay.
and then I'm gonna sign right here. And I'm gonna drive home."
Did you put any money down?
Yep, I put $2,000 down.
$2,000 down just because you said, "Okay, I have $2,000 towards it. I'm going to," or did it just make sense for money?
Well, I just wanted the payment to be under $600 a month, and then I brought it under $600 a month.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's good. Very good. Well, anyways, I mean, the car buying process, there's a lot that goes into it. Some people have no credit. Some people have less than perfect credit. Some people have excellent credit, and it's a simple process. I'm not saying that it gets more complicated not having credit. You didn't have a lot of credit, right? So you had a thin file. Was your score good, or where would you rate your score?
It was a good score. I mean, it's about as good as you can be, being with so little credit history.
Yeah.
But then my dad co-signed.
Right. Well, a co-signer helps because he's established, whether he was great credit or less than perfect credit, or whatever he might have been.
Exactly.
Just having that kind of helps behind you. So the way your credit works is you can have if banks only went off of credit score, then it would be like a plug and play for any deal. So yeah, so if it was like, hey, if I'm a 702 credit, this is your interest rate you get, and this is your payment on every car. It just doesn't work that way. You can have a 700 credit score and still have a higher interest rate. You can still not get approved for cars, So your credit was pretty good.
Yeah.
But by yourself, you probably wouldn't have been able to buy that car.
No.
And the reason was that even with such a thin file, they call it trade lines. So you had the 3 credit cards, and how many student loans have you had? 2, 3? One student loan. Regardless of what it is, it doesn't matter. Have you even started making payments on that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's out of deferment. But you need to have the amount of credit too. So he had never borrowed a car loan, never had a car loan.
Never borrowed.
First time buyer. So they're going to limit you on how much they want you to buy. If you don't have a credit score period and you don't have any credit, then normally you'll be looking at around like a $10,000 or $12,000 vehicle just to start out with some money down. You need like $1,000 down. So $10,000 and $1,000 down as a first-time buyer, no credit, no nothing, on your own, and then making X amount of dollars per month. That matters too, because they got to look at how much. So maybe that helped, because I know you've only been here so long in your commission, so they kind of take that into account. But yeah, going into credit, man, it gets kind of complicated, but it's not really that complicated once you know.
Right, but no one teaches you.
Well, yeah. So now we should teach some people about some credit. Was it? I guess it was simple to do your deal. I mean, you were comfortable. Obviously, you work here, so you felt good about it.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't really that complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, this is the price. I either buy it or I don't buy it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. It's simple.
I mean,
It's simple as that. And it's not just about like working here and having that process. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to be a back and forth. I don't know. I've sold like 170 cars this year, and I think I would say most of them have been smooth. I mean, if you called all 170 of my customers, it was an easy process, and it wasn't a hard back and forth. And it doesn't have to be that way. Even, whether you work here or not, it doesn't have to be difficult. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into. I'd like to talk a lot about like the process of buying a car, what you should look out. A lot of the things to look out for, and what happens as soon as you get a car loan. So your credit's gonna go down.
Correct.
Because now you're assuming
debt.
a large amount of debt,
right.
and you haven't paid it back yet. But it'll obviously creep up the more you pay it off. So I think that'll be good for you.
Yeah.
Bottom line is good that you have a plan, dude. Not a lot of people have a plan too.
I know, that's step one, is always have a plan.
Yeah. So man, very good. Appreciate you. And yeah, that's the podcast. If you have any questions, you can text me. My number's 469-765-4883. Any questions about buying a car, trading a car, you got service issues, I can kind of go over pretty much anything you need. So thank you very much, and stay tuned. There you go.